I'd like to ask y'all, how many of y'all are using Google Photos? Just put your hands up. Okay, many of y'all are not on camera, so I can't tell. Difficult to mention. Okay, if anybody is not using Google Photos, can you just uh, say something? Say not using?
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
using.
using Google
Not
Photos.
using.
Not using. That's I
I'm
heard
not
about.
using.
I heard about 5 voices.
Yes, not using.
Uh, I think most of y'all actually, we all are using Google Photos because even all of y'all who mentioned that y'all are not using Google Photos, you all have a valid Gmail account, I'm sure. I think anyone in this world today has a Gmail account. And if you have a Gmail account, you have a Google ID. And if you have a Google ID, you are using Google Photos, especially if you are on Android. By default, you'll be using. Sorry, did somebody say something?
Now I use the Google Drive, Gmail, everything. Google Drive very extensively, Google Forms, but I never. Maybe I used by as you said, but particularly by knowing what it is, I never used, or I don't know what is other use of it.
Abdul, I'll tell you what exactly happens is that you can think of Google Photos as a backup medium. It's more than a backup and a storage medium, but you can think of it as a backup medium. So now, are you on the Apple platform? On the Apple platform or on the Android platform?
No, Android.
You're on the Android platform. So then you already have Google Photos as an app over there. Now, any photographs that you click from your Android phone is automatically going to get uploaded into the cloud, into your Google Photos account. It's happening transparently in the background and you probably aren't even aware of it. If you just click, one second, I need to admit somebody. Yeah. If you just click on the icon over there on your app, Google Photos, open it up, you'll be shocked as you're scrolling to see hundreds and thousands of photos already present in your Google Photos account. And as luck would have it, that will not count towards your quota. Okay, that's just to inform everybody that you all are already using Google Photos, if not actively, then passively. For those people who are on the Apple platform, on the iOS platform, they also can download and use Google Photos. You obviously would be having a Gmail ID, so when you download the Google Photos app, you will be logging in and registering it using your Gmail ID. And from then on, if you click anything, it'll automatically get uploaded, just as it simultaneously gets uploaded to the Apple iCloud platform. Okay, let's make a start from here. I think we've got 26 people. Sunil was the last person to log in. Sunil, hi. Let's hear a hi from you.
Hi.
Great.
Sorry, hi, how are you?
Okay, there are two Sunils here. I should have specified. No. Let's go for it now. Okay, fine. Google Photos was released in 2015. And in fact, it was May 2015. So what we're looking at 2020, that's 6 years now. And during these 6 years, Google Photos has come a long, long way. It really has progressed from being just a very basic tool into something that's pretty much more powerful, that not only helps you to store photographs, but also provides quite a few editing features. Of course, there's no way it's going to compare to Photoshop and other professional editing tools, but you can get the job done, and for most people, it will suffice. Right. So, why are we here today? What happened is that we've barely got a week to set ourselves up as Google are changing their policies with effect from 1st June 2021. Google is now implementing their new storage policy. As of 31st of May 2021, any storage that you have, all your photographs which are being uploaded automatically in the background to Google Photos will not count towards your storage. You must all be knowing that anything you've uploaded. Okay, let's backtrack. When you signed up for a Google account, Google allocated you 15 GB of storage space for free. Are you all aware of that?
Yeah. This includes the Google Drive or only for Google Photos?
Okay, let me come back to you again. Let's not talk about Google Drive, about Google Docs, about anything Google in a singular manner. It's all one platform, it's all collective. Because whether you use Google Photos or you use Google Drive or you use Google Docs or you use your Gmail, its attachment, you use Google Keep, etc., everything, the space used by all of them will be counted towards your 15 GB space. So far, all this was true barring two entities. One is Google Photos and the other was your string of Google Docs. That's your Google Sheet, your Google Docs, your Google Slides, and so on and so forth. Now, from 1st of June 2021, Google is implementing a new storage policy, and anything and everything you upload by way of photos or videos is going to count against your free 15 GB storage quota. So you will have to be aware of that. It can fill up really fast, especially because most people do not even know that whatever they are clicking from their phones, several photos are all automatically being uploaded to the cloud. So that's progressively going to chew into and eat into your 15 GB quota. Now, as I mentioned, it's not only your Google Photos, but it's also your doc sheet, slides, your drawings, and even Jamboards, etc. All are going to count towards your 15 GB storage. So you are going to have to keep track of it now. We will today not only be talking about pricing when we edge and move towards a paid subscription that Google is offering, but we'll be talking about pretty much anything that's Google on the table. This is, of course, as a side note, primary emphasis here is towards Google Photos. That's why we're here. Right. So, any questions so far? Are we all okay?
Yes.
Great. Now, so what exactly does this change mean for all of us? Once again, let me tell you, if you already have a Google account, and once again, which anybody has, you are uploading photographs. There are two ways to upload. One is in high quality and the other is in original quality. You need to check and you need to ensure that you are uploading and your setting is for high quality. Your high quality photographs from the very beginning, inception of your Google account until 31st of May, whatever photographs you uploaded, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, could be even 5 gigs of photos, that will not count towards your 15 GB free storage. I repeat, whatever you have uploaded in HQ, that is high quality photos and videos, they will not count towards Google's allocated 15 GB of free storage for you up to 31st of May 2021. Now, with effect from 1st of June 2021, Google is implementing a new policy. And what happens over there is that all your photographs, whether high quality or original quality, and everything else on the Google platform, like I mentioned earlier, I don't want to repeat, everything will be counted and will be weighed in to your 15 GB of storage. So, first things first is you got to get in and ensure that you are not uploading in original quality. It's only high quality. That is going to significantly reduce the amount of space which is taken up. So what exactly is high quality? When you talk about high quality, what Google does is, somebody's waiting to come in. KK is coming in. Yeah. Let's welcome in. KK, hi, welcome. Okay. So, what happens now after you move past your 15 gig limit? Once you move past your 15 gig limit, you have two options. Either you scale down by erasing and deleting all the stuff which is unwanted and which is frivolous, or you move and head towards a paid subscription. Google is interested in that, mucho dinero. Yes, I mean, a lot of us would feel bad that we're now having to pay for things, but I guess we can't have free lunches forever. Sometimes things have got to take a new turn. Right, so as I mentioned, if you will not be able to delete your stuff and create space in your Google account, then you will have to move towards an edge towards going for a storage platform that is paid, that is goes by a subscription. Now, for this, Google has created a personalized storage estimate that you can use to determine how long your storage will last by taking into account how frequently you're backing up your videos and other content to your Google account. And you can see this personalized content by going to photos.google.storage. Okay, what I'll do is now, I've given you a brief overview of what we are doing today, of why we are over here. And I'd like to start sharing my screen and a few slides, and then we can take it up from there. Give me a moment, please.
Maybe Prakash bhai, you can start your camera as well.
My camera's not on?
No, it's not.
Wow. Okay. Right. Can you all see my handsome face now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Okay. Is the slide visible to you guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now I've answered
Yes.
you. Let's start off from here. Just a small recap, a quick recap. Google Photos 2021, what exactly is changing on June 1st? What, if anything, do we all need to do, and what else is changing? Let's move on. So, what's changing on June 1st? The bad news. The bad news is that free unlimited storage for high quality photos and videos comes to an end. I keep repeating high quality, high quality. I cannot emphasize that enough, because there are two forms, there are two methods in which you can upload to Google Photos. One is high quality and the other is original quality. Original quality always was, will, and will continue to count against your space. Whereas high quality will start counting only after 1st of June. Whatever you've uploaded so far in high quality will not count towards your storage. Guys, I'm missing the other window. If anybody else wants to log in, मेरे को नहीं दिखने वाला है. Has Libin come back? Nope. Okay. So, now the good news over here is that all content uploaded in high quality before 1st of June is stored for free. I've already given you all a brief overview of that. So what exactly is high quality? Google uploads your images up to a quality of 16 megapixels. So in effect, Google is compressing. Nowadays, with all the new cameras coming up in, like 36 megapixels, 48, 50, some 60 megapixels also, even the size of JPEG files are massive. And very often they go into 25 or 30 MB, depending. Somebody is on board. Yes. So what happens is that Google will compress that image and try to retain as good a quality as possible up to a limit of 16 megapixels. The photo uploaded will be up to a maximum size of 16 megapixels. What does that mean? Is 16 megapixels enough? For the most part, yes, 16 megapixels is more than sufficient. And with the 16 megapixels size, you can make a print of up to 2 feet by about 1.5 feet. That's about 24 inches by about 18 inches and get a pretty good quality. So 16 megapixels is good. Now, as I mentioned over here, all content, whatever you have uploaded and will upload till we've got 10 days more up to 31st of May in high quality will be stored for free. Let's move on. Now, I'm recapping and recounting over here. I've given you a brief overview, but it's good for the latecomers, and let's just move through it fast. Every Google account that you sign up for is given 15 GB of free storage, which is shared amongst Google Photos, Gmail, Google Drive, Google Docs, etc., etc., etc. In Google Photos, you have the option of uploading in original quality or high quality. High quality is compressed and will take up lesser space, but it's a good quality. It is more than good enough. Understand that Google Photos is being used as a backup medium, semi-backup medium, semi-storage medium. It's not a proper backup medium. If you want a full-fledged and a one-to-one backup of your photographs in the original quality, in the original resolution, the only way to go is by taking a professional cloud storage space or something local by having either a NAS or an external hard drive and doing it manually. Now, before June 1st, that's up to May 31st, high quality will not count against your 15 GB of storage. After 1st of June, all your high quality photographs will count high quality. Now, there is one exception to this. Pixel phones are exempt from this change. I know of one person at least who's using Pixel, and that's KK in the group over here. Anybody else using Pixel phones over here? Just say hi. Nobody. Okay, fine. Those who are using Pixel phones will be exempt from this change. Now, the Pixel storage info, I have given a small write-up over here, collected some information. It's starting right from bottom. I'm going all the way up. That's Pixel 2016, which is the original Pixel 1. You have Pixel 2, 3, and 3A all the way to Pixel 5. All of these Pixel phones will be free and will continue to be free in high quality even after 1st of June. What happens about Pixel 6 is yet to be seen. Those of you who want to check this out in detail can grab a copy of the recording and check out the screen, freeze it during your playback later. I'll move on. Okay. So now how do you get details for your account? What you need to do is go to photos.google.com and click the settings gear over here, and that will tell you more about your photographs. Google will tell you about its implementations to its new policies. Shall we go for a moment over there? Whoops. Give me a moment. Photos.google.com. It's already coming over there. Guys, can you see my browser window?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Great.
yes, yes.
So you go to photos.google.com. I press enter over there, and it will load a copy of all my photos. Now, after that, what do? On the top right over here, do you see this small settings gear? I click that,
Yes.
and now I come to this screen. Now over here, look at this, upload size for photographs and videos. It says you've got a choice of original and high quality. I've set it to high quality, and that's the setting that you all have to have. You have to be careful of that. It is important. Now, as you go down later over here, it gives you further details. And Google will be releasing new storage management tools after 1st of June, which will help you cut down your storage as to see how much you're using, where you're using all your storage, and will help you even identify screenshots, dark photos, blurry photos, will basically help you get rid of anything and everything that you have. Okay. So we have seen, I want to see my data on Google Photos. You can view this over here, and it tells you that your photographs and everything are safe. So basically what happens now? How do you go to check how much space you have left? There are different ways. You can either go to your Google dashboard. 3 ways are there. Let me move on to do. Let's go to our Google dashboard. How do you go to your Google dashboard? Just type out dashboard over here. And the first option here is Google Dashboard. You click that. The meeting will be ending in 10 minutes. When it does, we'll all log in using the same ID. Okay. Now if you have a look at this, this is my Google Dashboard, and this tells me my Google services. On YouTube, I've got approximately 8 videos. In photos, as you can see here, I've got over 10,000 plus photos, 20 albums, etc. In my Gmail, I've got over 22,000 conversations, of which 17.5 are in my inbox, etc., etc. Maps, and so on and so forth. So this is the Google Dashboard. Now there is another way in which you can also find out. All you need to do is go to your Gmail account. So let me go to my Gmail account. I'll click here. This will take me to my Gmail account. And I can scroll all the way to the bottom. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Don't read my emails, guys. And now at the bottom left, the last line, where my mouse cursors, you can see that I've used 13.47 GB of my 15 GB free storage. That's almost 90%. I'm down to only 10%, and I've got 10 days in hand. That's it. So how does that leave me over here? I've got two options over here. Either I rummage through my photographs and try and clean up all my stuff, or I go for a subscription, a paid model. Right. Before we move on towards subscribing, let me show you how you can upload photos to your Google Drive account. Not Google Drive, sorry, a Google Photos account. Guys, do you all know how to upload photos to your Google account? I'm referring to Google Photos.
Yep.
Most of you all do know, I'm guessing. Okay, but since you might want to make space, you might want to manually upload photographs now, as we have 10 days in hand. There are 3 basic methods. The first method I would call the pull method. The second method is the push method. Now both the pull and the push method are both manual methods. There's a third method, and that's using Google Backup and Sync. Google Backup and Sync primarily is another software. It's a small app which you need to download, you need to install, and it's actually more tuned towards Google Drive, but it can be used in part to also work for Google Photos. I'm not really going to cover Google Backup and Sync, but I will show you how to upload using the pull and the push manual method, because that is the right way to go about it. Let me move into my browser. This is let's open a new window and we go to photos.google.com. Photos.google.com. Here it is. Let me know when the screen is visible, guys. Can you see my thumbnails of images?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So now what do? You can see over here on the left, I've got some albums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are some more probably underneath that. Now, we want to first say use the pull method. How would I use the pull method? On the top right here, I've got something called upload. So I click upload, and it asks me, I want to upload from computer or my Google Drive. It's possible that I've got photographs lying in my Google Drive and I'd like to import them from Google Drive into Google Photos. Remember that Google Drive, whatever is in Google Drive, is currently also counting towards your 15 GB of space. So we have 10 days in hand. You can move any photographs from your Google Drive into your Google Photos account. You have 10 days. The other place that you would like to upload it from is your computer. Let's click My Computer.
Prakash, can I?
Yes, Abdul, please go ahead.
I never used Google Photos, but I'm using Google Drive. I have 100 GB storage space. Now, what is the exact difference between if I store in Google Drive and the photos? What does it make? Is there any advantage storing in Google Photos?
If Approximately how much space in Google Drive is occupied by photographs?
Photographs, videos, and everything together around 48 GB is occupied, and rest is there for me.
Lovely. Would you like to? You have a 100 GB paid subscription. You have 100 GB of space, right? From that 100 GB, 48 is occupied by photographs and videos. How would you like to free up that space? You can totally free it for free. That means at no cost. How? By doing exactly what I'm doing here. Transferring your photographs from your Google Drive into your Google Photos within the next 10 days by 31st of May 2021 midnight. From 1st of June, this will start counting towards your 100 GB paid subscription. Is that clear?
That's clear, Sergey, but I just want to know what is advantage, apart from the storage, is there any advantage, scrolling through or browsing or anything better in Google? Just my question, because I'm a novice in this, that's the reason.
Okay, I'll tell you, Abdul, honestly, that would be getting into the purview of Google Photos and explaining what Google Photos does, which probably we'll have to have another session for. Google Photos, you can arrange it by albums. Over there, you'll be arranging it by folders. Over here, it's all arranged by metadata. Over here, you can even make soft edits to your photographs, which you cannot do in Google Drive. Moreover, you can search within your photos. For example, you want anything with, say for example, if your photographs are geotagged, that's with your GPS location, you can just type out, say for example, you went to Cornish, Matra Cornish, type out Matra Cornish, and it'll list out all your pictures over there. You type out anything with a boat, anything that it feels with a boat. You type out anything with animals, and anything it senses as animals will come up in Google Photos. You have these advantages over there. So storing it in Google Photos would be the right way to go, I think, as compared to Google Drive. What happens is that over there in Google Drive, you'll be storing it, as I mentioned, in folders. Over here, you'll be storing it as albums, and you can share those albums with whomever you want to, and they can download the photographs and they can function normally. Does that temporarily answer your question?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, right. Let's move on. In case any of you all have lost the train of thought, what we are trying to do is we are trying to back up our photos from our computer, our local drive, onto Google Photos. We got 10 days to go and counting. Top right, in Google Photos, we are in Google Photos right now. On the left, on top on my browser window, photos.google.com, that's highlighted. On the top right of the window, you click the upload button, and you have two options, computer and Google Drive. I'll click computer, which provides me with some options as to from where would I like to import some photographs. Now let's say I'll pick up a few photographs. These are right now stored in my pictures folder. If you see, it's in my pictures folder. Let's pick up this one, number 9. Let's pick up this one. I hope you all know how to select photographs. Let's pick up this one. Let's pick up this one. I'm only picking up 4 photographs right now. That should be okay. Great. 5 photographs. And you click open. 5 have been selected. I click open. Now at the bottom left, this thing has popped up and it tells you that it's uploading. Can everybody see the progress bar? 5 out of 5. And it's done. It's over. Is it visible to you guys? Bottom left corner?
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
very much.
Now it's providing me with an option as to add to an album. Okay. So I click add to an album. And it's asking me, I can choose any of my existing albums or create a new album. For the sake of this demo, let me create a new album. And it's offering me a title. So let's put this one -demo-. This is the pull method because we are pulling photographs. When we click upload, it provides us with a folder view from which we can select and we can pull photographs into Google Photos. So I've done that. And well, just click that tick button on the top left and you are
Again?
right. My recording is on. Done.
Yes.
Sorry, somebody wanted to ask a question. Fire away, please.
Yeah, My question is very simple. I just checked the way you said, and I have hardly used 250 MB of storage space that Google gives out of the 15 gigabytes.
Is that Ravi?
Yeah, that's Ravi. Yeah.
Ravi, in which year were you born, man? Only 250 MB? That's a dream. Like, I mean, even emails would take more than that much space. Wow.
Yeah.
That's refreshing. Anyway, go ahead. Please go ahead. Tell me.
The
Continue.
question was, do I still get to retain that 15 gigs limit from the 1st of June as well, or does that go away?
It's being occupied by. Your space is being occupied by Gmail?
Probably yes.
Probably no. You have to be sure. When you go over there, you need to see that
Okay.
it's being occupied only by Gmail. If that is being occupied by Gmail, how do we do that? We go over here.
You're not able to see the screen, Prakash bhai.
Right. Sorry, I have not shared my screen. Age is catching up, guys. Okay. Screen is on, visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So what do I do over here? I open up a fresh screen. Let me show you one of the easy ways. I don't know if you were there in the beginning. I'm going to Gmail. I go to Gmail. These are different ways. I go at the bottom. At the bottom, I can click this. And it opens up over here. And it tells me what I've used. Now, 5.91 has been used by Google Drive, 7.18 by Gmail, and 0.36 by Google Photos. What do you have? Can you please tell me? Follow my same steps.
Can you just say the steps? I'll do that parallelly, please.
Do you have your laptop open? Hello?
He might be,
Yes, it is
might be
open.
doing that. Yeah.
Ravi, you go open up Gmail, or you can just straight away go to one.google.com storage.
Hang on. I'm already in Google Photos and it is showing 273.6 MB of space used.
That is in Google Photos. No,
That's
do
right.
one thing. Do one thing. Go to one.google.com. Have a look at my browser window on the top left over here. One.google.com. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Once you come over there on the left, click storage.
Yeah. Click storage.
And now it will tell you, you can see my screen, it will tell you, it will bifurcate it and tell you what's been used
Yeah,
where.
okay. So it's saying 0.02 GB for Google Drive, 0.23 GB for Gmail, and Google Photos is 0 GB.
Sorry, Google Photos is
0.
0. Now, please understand one thing. On the Google platform, in the Google ecosystem, only Google Photos and Google Docs are free. Anything and everything else you upload to your Google Drive or your Gmail or etc., whatever else, Google Keep Order, they all count towards your 15 GB free allocated space. Okay, so you have got some space used up by your Google Drive. You've got some space used up by Gmail. Your Google Photos is 0. So there's nothing for you to recover. That's it. If you can look at my screen, yes, I have got this 0.36 GB which I can recover. That will help me. So from my 13.46 GB over here, if I recover 0.36, I'll be left with 13.1. Is that clear now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So, guys, I think we have virtually covered everything. Like I mentioned, that's about it from this side. There are a couple of facts which I have anticipated. Let me go over here. Question number 1. I have followed the steps as advised by you, and however, I don't have the option for recover storage button. Is there something I'm doing wrong? I just changed the option from original to high quality. Will this do the trick? That is the same thing. Now, this person is saying that he does not have this option for recover storage. Recover storage is not available. Why? So when you click this, if I click this over here, Google Photos, I click the arrow, it will take me to another screen. And over here, I can see all my photos. Now, if I want to recover anything, I can recover, but I can recover only those which are in original quality or which are more than 16 MB in space. Anything which is less than that can not be recovered. Please remember that it cannot be recovered. Okay. So if I click recover storage over here, it's allowing me because there is 0.36 available. And now see what it's asking me. That 0.36, that's 373 MB. It will happen by compressing photos or videos from original to high quality. Obviously, I have uploaded something in original quality. I don't know what. Whatever it is. If I click compress, it will be done and I will be able to recover that 373 MB. Is that clear, guys, for this?
ഇല്ല ശ്രീധർ.
Okay.
ഒരു കട്ടൻ ചായ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയേ.
Now, there's a small change over here. Look at the last sentence. If you already are on high quality, then you choose original quality and then swap back to high quality. It's a slight glitch which sometimes is present over there, but it functions. So please, I would request all of you all to recover your storage right away as the first thing in your Google account. After we put this down, it takes 1 second. Go over there, click, check up how much needs to be recovered, if there is anything to be recovered, and recover your storage from your Google account. Next, I have an iPhone, not a Google or Android phone. How do I upload all my photos or get them backed up to Google Photos? Well, all you do is install the Google Photos app on your iPhone, simple, and turn on the backup and sync setting. You have your phone over here. In your phone, you will have your app, your Google Photos app, and in that, you will have a backup and sync setting. Thereafter, anything that you click, any photograph that you click with your phone will automatically get uploaded onto the cloud, onto Google Photos. You're done and dusted. Of course, for iPhone people, I believe it happens automatically to the iCloud, and I think they've got unlimited space. I don't know exactly how it functions. Somebody else can probably throw some more light on that later. Anyway, next question. Any questions on this? This is clear, I hope. It's fairly simple. Now, will Google Photos upload duplicates? I've answered this already, but let's run through it again. No, it will not. Make a copy of your image with a different file name. It still will not upload it. However, if you edit the image, however minor or minuscule the edit, even resizes something small, it will upload it, even if both the files have the same names. And that definitely leads me to believe that Google is scouring, it's going through, deep diving into the metadata of your photographs and checking your date timestamps and other parameters. And it's basing its decision off that. Okay. Last one. What about Google Photos' new editing features? Well, Google has added some of its fancy Pixel exclusive editing features to Google Photos for all Android users to enjoy, but there is a catch. If you don't have a Pixel phone, you will have to be paying Google and become a Google One subscriber to use them. So bottom line is, Pixel users, they get to use the new features for free. They are cherished clients by Google, and we of course are stepchildren. We will have to pay for those premium features. If you do not need those premium features and you want to continue using Lightroom or Photoshop or something for your normal editing features, and you are well within your 15 gig limit, well, you're good to go. No difference. Next. Now, specifically Google, I'm reading point B, is offering some of its most recent machine learning powered editing tools like Portrait Blur, Portrait Light, Color Pop. These are features that it started offering alongside the Pixel 5 last fall. I've already shown that slide to you and you'll have seen that. These are new features which will be coming up. They are right around the corner. Now, along with these new editing features, Google is also offering some more AI powered features, a new dynamic option that automatically enhances and your brightness, contrast, and even offers sky suggestions. I've actually seen a small demo of this in which they show a sky in 3 shades of cool and 3 warmer shades, and it's sort of trying to adjust the light at the back and make it warmer and cooler, and you can probably choose from around 5 or 6 different options. They should be released soon. This is in beta right now. And of course, I don't know if you know, but Google has also got an improved video editor which is around the corner. Do know that this is really strange, but Google's video editor is there for iOS. it is not there for Android. How cool is that? Seriously, I mean, can you imagine? Google owns Android, and this software is also owned by them, but they have it only for iOS. Anyway, it'll be coming over here soon. Another thing which I would like you to know is that Google Photos also has video stabilization. Somebody, could you please mute your microphones? I can hear some talking in the background. Lovely. Okay, right. So that is done with our facts. Now, last, how many photographs do I have in Google Photos? And how much of my Google Photo have I used so far? We've already answered all this. Wow. Let this go back down. Anybody needs a revision on that? How many photos do I have in Google Photos? I mentioned that there are 3 ways of doing it. Go to Google Dashboard, go to photos.google.com storage, and you can open up Gmail and go down. Would you like me to run through this again? Everybody's muted. You can press the spacebar temporarily to speak.
I think Prakash ji, it's fine because we have recording. We can share it.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no point in repeating it. Great. So that's it. We are done as far as this is concerned. Now, anything that you all would like to say, do, or whatever? I'm stopping my screen share. Tell me, guys, what's up? I think you all would need to unmute your microphones. Everybody's muted. Unmute and then speak, please. Libin, could you take over?
Yeah. You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hi, Prakash. Sanjeev here. I think
One sec, just 1 sec, just 1 sec, Sanjeev. For those of you all who do not know how to unmute yourselves, you can just temporarily press the space bar, and while keeping your space bar on your computer pressed, you can speak and then release it after that. That also works. It's a shortcut. Sorry, Sanjeev, please go ahead.
Yeah, see, Prakash, in fact, I have, I'm using it quite in the last 5 years. I'm actually an iOS user. And I found this Google Photos to be really, it's a very nice way of backing up your all the images, and then it stays there. So I have actually 15 plus 2 GB. I have 17 GB. I think 2016 there was some promotional offer. So it was also a free sort of thing. But they say now that even those promotional extra GB will get, the time will finish, by end of this month. So, but if you upgrade, they will continue. No, my question is that, see, I've done this takeout option last week. But to my surprise, I found the amount, the GB that I took out was a whopping 44 GB. I really could not understand why there is so much photo. I don't know how something wrong with the way I did the takeout, or I really don't understand why so much space was there. In fact, they said it's only 15 or 17 GB the space. So I was a little confused. I mean, can you just answer? I mean, this my problem, the query.
Okay. You used Google Takeout. Can I ask you as to why did you use Google Takeout? What was your reason for going on to Google Takeout?
Yeah, basically, I thought I'll use it as I'll put all my photos in another my hard disk. Just another way of backing up stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. That makes good sense, and I think that's the right move you've made. You wanted to download everything and have an extra level of backup locally with yourself. So Takeout is the way to go. Now, see, you probably may have ended up joining late, but it's a very good question. It's something that people may miss, because all people see is 15 GB, 15 GB, 15 GB. It is 15 GB for everything Google, excepting Google Photos. I mentioned that in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
That you can download, that you can upload and go on uploading photos. I mean, 10 TB of photos, 10 TB of videos, and you can have as much as you want over there, and it will all count within your free storage as long as you've chosen high quality. High quality. As far as videos are concerned, it would be 1080 and below. 4K, it will not accept, it will downsample that. So, if you have used Google Takeout and you're getting a humongous amount, a big amount, you know that you have got tons of stuff which is uploaded over there in Google Photos. That's it.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Come on, guys. I hope I haven't put everybody to sleep. No voices? Are we on?
I think all understood well, Prakash. So that's why you explained very well.
Seriously? Or did I repeat it once too often? As they say, repeat the dose till the patient dies, you know. Austin, nice to see you after a long time. There's so many other faces over here meeting people after ages. Hey, bro.
Explanation was very good.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. I'm glad you all enjoyed. I just hope it helps you.
Yeah, it helps me.
I just hope it really helps everybody, because please do remember, somebody's asked a question. Pull option is like removing from your drive. Pull option is like removing from your drive. Vani, you're there over here. Can you unmute yourself, please? Lovely.
Yeah.
Vani, what exactly do you mean by that? What do you mean by removing it from my drive?
It is like cutting and pasting.
No, it's a copy and a paste. Okay, let me just say this again. You take a photograph. This is my hard disk. Think of this as my laptop. Okay, and this is the cloud. It's the air over here. Fine. So
Yeah.
let's move the microphone on the side here. And this is my laptop. I go to a particular folder, and in that folder, I select maybe 10 or 15 files, and I upload this onto the cloud. When I upload it onto the cloud, in my Google Photos, I'll be having it both over here on my laptop and also in the cloud. It's in both the places. Okay. This is what your option is for. If you want to delete it, then you will have to subsequently delete it from here, something which I would never suggest. Never ever. Because do remember, if by chance your photographs are greater than 16 megapixels in size, then Google Photos will be compressing it to fit within that 16 megapixel, what they call high quality. Okay? So be careful of that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Anybody else? Anything?
Prakash, I will leave now.
Okay.
I made you post again.
Okay.
So take a group photo. Can you enable your videos? So I'll be there in the photo as well. If you can.
So Libin,
Yes.
you were playing host and now you're going to play ghost, huh? You're going to disappear. You're going to ghost us.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm still waiting for some people. Switch on your cameras, guys. Come on. Let's see all those lovely, handsome and beautiful faces.
Prakash, can I ask one more question? Sanjeev here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, see another thing. Now I have so many videos. We have taken so many videos which are not to be. They are uploaded in, which are uploaded to the cloud. So is it a good idea to remove all those videos from the storage? In fact, why I'm asking this question is when I try to search for those videos, is there any option to search only videos in Google Photos?
Yes, there is an option to search only videos. You can probably just type out videos on top and it should show up.
Yeah, exactly. That's a one. But when I try to do it in my computer, and I'm using I told this iOS thing. So there, when I search videos, I'm getting 360 degree images and videos. I'm not getting videos as such. But when I go to my phone, there I'm getting. So I just want to. I don't know for other people also the same thing. I'm just just one observation that I had.
We could always look into it and I could get back to you on this for future, because I really honestly, I do not per se use Google Photos. All I do is I just click photographs on my phone and they automatically get uploaded in the background. And that's how it works for me. It's really useful. Before you do or say anything, I think, one sec. I think Libin's in a hurry. He wants to go. Let's just take a shot. Libin, where are you?
Yeah. Libin is left.
Whoops.
I think he took the photo and left.
Okay, he took the photograph. Great.
I think so.
Great. Sorry, KK, you wanted to say something?
No, if you search in an iOS platform, like if you search on a MacBook, if you type in video, it says 360 videos only. So probably it's just giving a suggestion. So once you search, it will shows up all the videos.
I don't think. No, I just now tried. It's not coming. Like,
Okay, I'll tell you, Sanjeev, let me look into that a little bit later. Like I told you, per se, I don't use Google Photos because we all are more into Lightroom and this thing. As I mentioned, I just click photographs, they get uploaded to the crowd, and then sometimes Google Photos just shows me a notification one morning, every morning or every third morning, that 2 years back on this date, this was there, and I smile and it takes me back, etc., etc. That's my usage of Google Photos, really. It's really good. It's a great backup, but actually power using it, searching for things and using its AI facility, using for faces. Another thing is also it's got face recognition, which I have not mentioned. Google has face recognition. So if you name certain photos, certain people, for example, if I have a portrait shot of me and I say Prakash over there, okay, it will find similar shots later, and when you just type out Prakash, it will use its AI and find similar Prakashes and offer that to me also. So you have to train its AI also along the way. We can always check and further information as to how to really search and dive deep into Google Photos and pick out and filter information as per our requirements.
I suppose they can even identify pets.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. It's very powerful. You can type out animals and things like that, dogs, whatever. It'll keep suggesting to you. Okay, what else? Anything else, guys?
Yeah, Prakash, I wanted to ask you, if I have a 2 Gmail account,
Okay.
so do I have 30 GB?
Okay. I'm sorry, Austin, I didn't get your query. You have 2 Gmail accounts, so obviously you have 15 into 2, 30 GB. Okay,
No,
go
because
ahead.
I was trying to divide both into 2, but I was not able to do it. I don't know whether it recognized me as a single account or.
See, I'll tell you what. You have an Android phone?
Yeah,
Lovely. Now on your Android phone, you must be logged in under a particular account.
yeah.
Yes? So whenever you click a photograph, it will get uploaded to that Gmail account. If you want it to be uploaded to another account, then you have to log in onto your phone and use it as another person.
So can I divide into both?
See, how can you divide it? You tell me something. What you have to do is you have to log out as A and log in as B. Okay, let's have a look at this. I've got 2 phones here. Let's say these are your 2 Gmail accounts, right? One here and one here. If I am logged in using this one on my right, anything I click will be uploaded to this one on my right over here. Anything. And if I'm logged in as this person, anything I click will get uploaded here. So if I want to send something here, I've got to be logged in as this. And if I want to send something here, I have to be logged in as this.
So what I meant to say, if I had the first account and that
Yeah.
first account is full with lot of documents, etc.
Yes.
So I want to remove some of the part of it and send it to the second account.
Okay.
So way to do it.
Okay. So then what you have to do is you have to transfer your photographs from, I don't think you can transfer from Google Photos from one account to another account. Because if that was the case, then people would be having a field day and Google would not be able to really move ahead with their subscription tier. So what you need to do is transfer to G Drive probably, or pick it down locally onto your hard disk and then upload it back over there. These 2 options I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
Essentially, if you have 2 Gmail accounts, the storage cannot be combined. That's what I understand.
Yeah. Combined is impossible.
Because the 2 accounts are 2 different people.
Forget about 2.
Virtually.
Then we multiply with 20. Then why come up with a storage policy?
Exactly.
There's no paid model then after that.
Prakash, can I come in?
That sounded very ominous, but anyway, go ahead.
Prakash, I found a family option in Google Photos and Google One.
Yes.
Supposing if both the people are in the same family, I would guess, I've not tried, I would guess that the space will get combined.
Excellent point you brought up. I had read that, but I forgot to bring that point up. Yes, very much it can be shared between. You can take a particular tire, like 100 GB or a 200 GB, and share it between 4 to 5 people, and the space will be allocated between them. That is possible.
the free space will get combined? That is the question.
I don't think so.
To the best of my knowledge, it will be one account. It's combined. It is combined. Yes, they have this feature. I've read about it. The nitty gritty, please just Google for it and check about it. Okay.
Austin, probably you can try doing that. Try adding the second account as a family member of the first account.
But again, he would have to go paid. He's on the free model, my dear. You get my point?
Family is only for paid, is it?
Exactly, of course. You think there are free? No. It's not for that. 99.9%. Like I told you, I haven't delved deep into this, but 99.9%. This feature of sharing for family is there only on the pay tier. You will have to be at a minimum on the first base tier. That's of 100 GB.
Okay.
It makes no sense to have family or to Google it if to have family on free.
On 15
Because
GB, I
then
mean. On 15
You can
GB.
have hundreds of Gmail accounts on your own and put it as family. So where does Google stand there?
Don't know. I mean, Google is starting the paid one only now, so we have to wait and find out.
No, it will. I'd assure you, it will work only for paid version. It will not work for free version.
Google is how to make money. We all know that, but we're just seeing.
No, family option. There are so many features in family plan, but then that's only for the paid users. It's not for the free users. You cannot combine. I mean, there are so many features that the Google One features offers. I mean, if you subscribe to the Google One, there are so many features that you get.
That's right. Yeah.
But I mean, for a normal person, 15 GB is enough. I mean, there are so many ways you can open multiple accounts, and what I do for my personal thing is I'm using Google Photos quite a lot. So when we are uploading pictures, I've got shared folders. So that is shared between all the family members. So once I upload pictures over there, everyone can see it. They all get notifications. Something like they can put in their comments. They can put in likes. So it's a picture sharing option, and it gets uploaded automatically. And then the AI feature also works. So you can tag a person, and the phone will, all the Google Photos will recognize that person automatically, and then get uploaded to that particular folder. I don't have to put in another particular folder. Say, for example, my family photos. So I don't have to post it there. So once I click it, it's uploaded to Google Drive. It automatically moves to the family folder, and everyone gets to see that. So sharing is automatic. Yeah.
Okay, anybody else?
Contact photos, yeah.
Sorry, I'm asking again. Nobody else?
We're
So
running
asking
out of
because-
time. Just 10 minutes more
Yeah.
left. So let's end
Yeah,
it. Let's
Prakash.
finish it off. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing about this Prime, the Amazon Prime membership. In fact, I am a Prime member, but as far as my understanding, this scheme, I mean, this free storage applies only to US or other. Is it apply to Indian customers? Somehow I'm not. I've tried many times, but it is telling. I mean, you need to upgrade. But I'm a Prime member, but still I'm not. I didn't get this facility to my account.
Probably, honestly, I haven't tried it myself, so I wouldn't know. But besides that, there are other things available. Let me walk you through a few. There's something called Digo. Okay, you can make a note of this. DEGOO. Digo will offer you up to 100 GB of free space. And Digo is, I've checked up their privacy policies, I've checked up their security policies, they are pretty good. DEGOO, check them out. Digo can have, they definitely have a phone app. I think they also have a desktop client, not a full downloadable client, but a web client, just like Google Photos. So probably you can use it from both places. And it works similarly. Once you tie in your account to your Gmail or whatever it is, to your Google account, any photographs that you click will automatically get uploaded to Digo. You get 100 GB for free there. That's one thing worth considering. There is another one which is Dewbox, which is now called TerraBox. They give you 1 terabyte of free space, 1 TB. But guys, honestly, I have looked very, very deep into TerraBox and Dewbox, and they have their origins in a Chinese company called Baidu. And I think you all know what Baidu is. They are into a lot of, I don't want to say anything derogatory, but I would not really hedge my money and put my stuff over there. It's free. You're getting 1 TB free storage. The client works again well. But tell me something, why should anybody really give you 1 TB of free space? Companies, giants, super giants like Google and Microsoft cannot afford it. Microsoft also gives you 5 GB on their OneDrive. Okay, they obviously something, they're asking for access to your phone, to your data and all that. Now, what access, what data they're taking, what they are selling, what they're bartering around, there are no free lunches, guys. So please be careful. Digu, I know, Digu, check it out. It's their privacy policies and their security policies are not bad. There are, what else I did? There's something called Ice Drive. Okay, check out Ice Drive also, ICEDRIVE. They're also pretty good. So I would suggest you look at Ice Drive, look at Digu, these two of them. There are more. If you have a Jio account, you could use Jio, but then Jio again, their speeds are very slow back in India. They give you some 10 to 50 GB of free space depending. There's something called Treasure Cloud, which I'm still looking into. Okay. Let's not, they're supposed to be pretty good. Treasure Cloud gives you up to free 10 GB of space. And remember one thing, there's only another place like Mega. I don't know if you've heard of Mega. Mega.nz, and Mega will give you, they used to give 50 GB, now they are down to 15 GB, and you can increase more through referrals. But those referrals work for maybe just about 2 months or so, then they scale back down to 15 GB. So beware of that. But Mega is superb. I've been using it for, I think, more than 7 or 8 years. They are awesome. Their speeds are awesome. Most importantly, Mega subscribes to a foundation known as Zero Knowledge Encrypting. Zero knowledge encrypting means that even Mega people do not know what is lying over there and they cannot decrypt your data. They will give you a key if you subscribe to their zero knowledge encryption model. It's for free, of course. And once you do that, they will give you a key. You keep that password, that key with yourself and store it safely. Now you and only you in the entire world can unlock your files and decrypt your files which are stored on Mega. How cool is that? This is known as zero knowledge encryption. Okay, Mega is employing that, and the only other person I know of employing that is Treasure Cloud. Treasure Cloud gives you 10 GB. You can look up these places also. I think I've given you 4 or 5 other options. So y'all should be good to go. But for me, I'm definitely sticking out to Google because I think all this is too much of a problem. I'd rather stick with the integration of Google. I find it pretty tight and pretty good. And honestly, I think we've used Google so much over the years. I think paying 1,300 per annum is for 100 GB is really no big deal. Only thing what we've got to be careful is, like, I have a habit when I'm going to a particular place, I'm shooting photographs. I end up over clicking. I sometimes shoot maybe 80, 100, out of which I probably want only 4 or 5. This will start uploading it in the background if your automatic backup and sync is on. So keep your automatic backup and sync off in your Google Photos app. I cannot stress this enough. I've said it before. It may have slipped you all by. In your Google Photos app, keep your automatic backup and sync off. It will not directly upload it to the cloud. Thereafter, what you can do is keep filtering out, delete what you don't want, and then you can switch on your backup or do it manually and it will do that for you.
I think there's an option for uploading on Wi-Fi only. Is it?
Yeah, of course. That
Instead of
almost
using mobile data. Yeah.
It's not only for uploading this. It's even when you're downloading all your updates from your Android phone, you're downloading from the Google Play Store. They will tell you like you download only over Wi-Fi because every day you have at least 8 or 10 apps which are being upgraded, and they will really eat into your eat into your data quota. So definitely it's over Wi-Fi only. Do this over Wi-Fi. What else? I think we are coming to the end, guys. We have 3 minutes left. So let's utilize it and then let's log off completely. After that.
Thank you, Prakash Bhai, for sharing this good information and at the right time. One of the concerns I just want, if you go for the paid versions like storage, I hope in the renewals there should be some time frame before, like in case you miss the renewal, you might lose the whole data or something.
Guys, Google want money, and they want money badly. Everybody wants money. These guys are so organized. They're going to keep sending you reminders that it's due, and it's due, and it's due. And they'll send you a final reminder also before finally snipping you off. You can see this action of mine, okay? This speaks volumes. So I don't think you have anything to worry about that. I doubt if you're late on your renewal, I doubt if they'll delete it. They may give you about a week or a month or something more, after which to be seen. But you will have sufficient time. Don't worry about it. And you can pay in advance. I mean, even if you're paying, you pay when 10 months are over. Your subscription will start after the 12th month. It won't start from the next day onwards. So you have nothing to worry about. It's all cumulative. It's added on. 2 minutes left, guys.
And all
Let's roll.
subscriptions are monitored in, you can monitor them with your Google Play Store app. I
I'm
don't know
sorry?
if you can monitor your Google subscriptions with your Google Play Store app.
Right. Very true.
No,
Sometimes
sometimes what?
you can cancel at any time and you can renew in advance also. So it's up to you.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's what, that is the area where we have to be organized. Because for me, I lost Amazon Prime one time like that while I was traveling.
My experience is for Google OneDrive, they do give a what do you call reminder before they deduct the money. But a lot of apps, they simply blindly deduct the money. They just want it. So you got to be careful. And some of the apps do have a timeline before which you have to cancel as well.
Vinayak, you definitely will get, see, understand that you will get email. What's your primary email? Is your primary email a Gmail account?
Yes.
Khalas, then you cannot miss it. And they will send you a reminder. So maybe the first time you'll put it on the back burner. Second time, third time, probably don't do that.
Correct.
Guys, 1 minute more. What else? Something quick? Or we'll call it off?
OneDrive. What about OneDrive? You
5
said 2
GB. They give 5
5
GB. 5 GB only.
But the fees, we don't know, no? Is it comparable to?
Same price as
Same
Google.
price.
They're all the same price. Amazon, Google, OneDrive, they're all the same price. If you see my slide later where I compared different options, it was all the same price. Guys, less than a minute, 30 seconds, I think.
Okay, Prakash, good. Great
Okay.
session. It was very knowledgeable and very useful also at this time.
Thank you,
very
Ajay ji. So nice to see all of you all. God bless you all. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you, Prakash ji, for this right information at the right time.
Pleasure, guys. Pleasure. God bless you all. Let's all log off. Take care, stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Prakash.
Bye.